Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give it like a couple of minutes, let a couple of people come in, so I can just put some food for thought for everybody. I'm Andre, aka Queen B, aka Cash Girl, and I am also a sassy lady, baby. Just depends on what we're doing and depending on what we're talking about. I know a lot of you guys are not used to me coming live. I've been posting some TikToks, just trying to stay engaged a little bit, but I will be dedicating some time, as I said last time. I did put a video up, but the video, I did take the video down, because I took the video down because the audio I was trying to play it wouldn't play, and so I'm still trying to work all that out. A lot of people know me from the death of Amaya Braxton. That was my daughter. I've been on TV. I've spoke to a lot of people. I've been on some big stages, some small stages, trying to fight for justice. A lot of other people may know me from Fair Media. I am no longer a part of Fair Media. But some of the content is still there. So if you want to find out a little bit more about me, hear my history, um, see what I once believed, you are welcome to go and do so. I have asked for that to be taken down because I no longer share those opinions. Okay. But you guys can go back and do some history and you can see how deep I was in this. And then you can say, okay, yes, it has changed. So the topic that I want to talk about briefly is the devil didn't do it. The devil didn't do it. So my whole life, I've been into Christianity from about 5 years old to my 40s. Actually, I've been on this newfound walk of life. I've been on this walk now for like 4 months, and my life has totally changed. I have lost friends. I have lost people that talk to me on a regular basis. I've lost a lot behind my decision to pull away from organized religion and actually get a relationship with the real creator. And by doing this and by studying and by learning and being open minded, I realized that I was wrong. And I simply have just been brainwashed into thinking that there is some kind of source, there is somebody other than me that's going to change my situation. And I've been hearing a lot of people, especially with the a lot of the catastrophes and devastation. A lot of people would say that we're in prophecy, and this is just the work of God repaying the world for evil. A lot of people say that a lot of people are doing different things. They're doing very heinous acts. There is no loyalty anymore. There's no love anymore. There's really not a whole lot of peace anymore. There's not People are not being honest. This is a lot of things are going on. And the first thing that I hear is the devil. The devil did this and the devil made them do that. And they must be possessed with devils or they must be possessed with demons. The question that I want to propose to a lot of people is, do we have it wrong about the devil? Do we have it wrong about his actual role and what he actually does and his power that he actually had? Have we been wrong? If you read the Bible, it paints the devil in a very dark light. It paints the devil as an evil, wicked person. And the Bible almost gives the devil more power if you read it than God. It actually gives the devil more power. But I ask this question and I can never get an answer. And me being from Christianity, I exactly know what they're going to say pretty much before they say it. And then I also know when they can't give an answer, how they kind of gaslight you a little bit. So anybody can do it in the comments. In the Bible, how many people did the devil kill? How many people did Satan kill? Besides Job's family, can anybody give me an answer? Can anybody give me a guess? Well, when I do my research and when I do my study and when I compare what I read now and the things that I listen to now, and I think Billy Carson has said this a couple times. And I was not a fan of Billy Carson. I thought he was trash. Honestly, I wasn't a fan. I didn't want to hear nothing he had to say because I thought that he was blaspheming, like a lot of people do, against God, against the church. And I just thought he was on his way to a burning hell. Until one day when I pulled away from teachings and when I pulled away from studying the Bible only and began to look at other resources, I began to see that a lot of his stuff is what he says is true. It's actually documented, and you can actually go and look at it for yourself. And so one thing that he asks, I do believe is, how many people have Satan killed or unalived? I'm sorry, unalived. Let me be correct. Besides Joe's family. And then I was like, well, I don't remember any of the stories. I don't remember anything but Joe's family. And then he asked another question. He says, well, how many people did God unalive? And I was like, well, God ain't unalive nobody but people that didn't want to follow him, that people that didn't want to obey. And then when you look at the whole thing, everybody says that the devil is bad and he made all this stuff happen and he's the cause of everything. But there's really nothing that he has done. And if the devil possesses you, knowing that you are made in the image of God, then that must mean that the devil is actually stronger than God. We witnessed a young lady who was trying to rebuke someone and her life was taken. And I saw the comments. I believe it was Miss Sonia Massey, I believe. And I saw the comments. And the Christians was like, oh, well, soon as she rebuked him, he unalived her. That's just the devil. And I'm thinking, you guys must be crazy. There is no way. There's no way that that's what's going on. This is not about a devil and a God in this reality that we live in. Is it a possibility that you could be the devil? Is it a possibility that we could be the evil one? Is it a possibility that we make bad decisions and we do things on a whim and things hurt people? Innocent people get hurt. Sometimes the gifted person get hurt. People get injured. Self-esteem is lost. Love is lost. Patience, kindness, all this stuff is lost because we decided to make a situation. It had nothing to do with the devil. It really doesn't. He really has no power. Now, the devil, for instance, to me, is a noun that describes something. So if it's a noun that describes something, who is it describing? Because it's not about the devil. He did not influence these people to do all these mass unalivings, this robbery, this thievery, these lies, none of that. We have been conditioned to put the blame on somebody else for everything that goes wrong when maybe we are the gods. I used to think that no, that only applied to the magistrate and the Old Testament or in the New Testament. I thought that's what that meant. But now when I go back and I look at it, everything that I've ever achieved, everything that I've ever had a success, it requires some action from me. And some people are going to say, yeah, but yes, Assy, but faith without works is dead. Well, this is a common principle. That's what anything that you do. If you don't get up and go to work, you ain't going to have no paycheck. Every now and then, somebody may have wronged you a long time ago or cut you a check from a settlement a long time ago. But that's not a miracle. That's not a great blessing. And by the way, when you think about blessing, if you separate the two words, it's blessing. So a lot of people would think that it's a miracle and something needs to be worshiped outside of themselves or something needs to be worshiped. Flip it around. If something happens that devastated, like my daughter, most people would say that Karen Carpenter, who is the person that did it, and I can't say her name, was influenced by the devil. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people say, oh, well, she has a demon in her. I've heard all kind of ridiculous things. And my question was, how do you know that? Because is she not God's child? But then if you go back and compare it with the Bible will tell you that everybody is not God's children. So it's just confusion after confusion after confusion. We need to stop looking for things outside ourselves and we need to believe in our capabilities. Everything that I've ever accomplished, my hands had a part in it. Some people may have said, hey, could you help me do so and so? And then we were able to come work out, and it was great. So the devil is not making you, the devil is not. That is a crutch. That is a form of brainwashing, and that's making you not have any accountability. If you go over here and if you do something wrong to somebody's husband, let's just say, brothers, if you go out here and you assault this man for no reason, y'all get into a heated argument and you assault him, okay? And let's say he should have, if he get out 2 rounds and it ends your life, you're gonna have people calling that man the devil. They're gonna say he wronged you because he didn't have to take it that far. You were already down, so he didn't need to go the extra thing. Now he just, it's over unaliving. Let me say it like that. When it was your actions alone that caused everything, whether you physically started the altercation or not, you didn't have enough sense to realize that things are getting heated and it's just time to walk away and stop it and just let it go. You're not getting anywhere. But because you have no self-control, your life get taken. Has nothing to do with the devil. I'm sorry. It doesn't. You get ready to go and sneak out the house to go and do something that you know that you're not supposed to do, and your life get taken or somebody take advantage of you. They're going to say that person had the devil in them. That person is evil. But what about you that snuck out the house and did whatever you did? For every action, there is a reaction. And I think that's what we need to be focused on is our actions. Get yourself out of that situation and stop depending on an outside source. There's so much evidence that proves There's so much evidence that proves that half of the stuff that we've been reading, living by, and doing, and just holding on face value 1,000% is wrong. It's information that has been copied from other sources. We need to be getting into meditation, not praying. You need to meditate. You need to pull away from eating all these meats that's not really meat. You need to get that out your system for a while. You need to get on fruits and vegetables. You need to do stuff to enhance your body functions and your hormones so you can get yourself under control. Because I'm telling you, the way this is going, the way this is going, people gonna be in lives 80 years of their life blaming an entity that may or may not exist for everything wrong in their life when they can seize the opportunity now to get up and be stars. Because at the end of the day, guys, we got this. We got this. Now, I am going to be doing some topics. So let me tell you this before I'll let you guys go. I am going to be doing some topics of Adam and Eve in the garden. We won't talk about that. We'll talk about how it's pretty impossible. So I'm gonna bring you guys some information on that. Also, I'm gonna bring you some information on Cain and Abel, some key points that we missed, maybe some things that help you realize. And then we're just gonna go with straight up logic. We're actually gonna call Yeshua or Yahushua by his actual name if we're gonna reference him on here. He's gonna be called by his actual name. This is not a channel where you're going to be able to come and pray and speak in tongue and fall out. That was the old me that didn't know any better, the old me that just was doing stuff. So that's not me anymore. I'm going to give you some truth and some things to help you. And I promise you, when I stop following religion and Christianity, that's when my eyes open up. And that's when I begin to see me for who I really am, because I don't have a please forgive me, Jesus, to fall back on, to do bad things and then go and cry and say, oh, well, forgive me, Jesus, knowing I'm probably going to do it again if the opportunity presents itself. See, since I got away from that and had to eat it and do what I was supposed to do, my life has changed. So I hope you guys like, share, subscribe. I hope I said something to encourage you. Please leave me some comments. Please share. But no, you've got this. And if something terrible came out of it, if something very bad happened, Check your actions. Make sure you didn't have a part in it, or make sure that other person didn't have a part in it, or find out what was really going on with that person and make that person act that way. Because 9 times out of 10, family, the devil didn't do it.